Demitris Deech. Thank you very much. I think that was everyone. Everyone clapping. Well done. That's better than the national average of comedy nights, where usually it's just 7% of the people clapping. So well done you. That's I'm very grateful for that, because I've been looking forward to this gig for since I got it booked in at 9 o'clock this morning. So thank you very much. Somebody dropped out, basically. Someone dropped out. There was a comedian, he dropped out. This does happen, don't take it personally. He didn't have his ticket for the steam train, so he couldn't make it. And there's a website comedians go onto to get gigs called Grindr. If you ever want a comedian, sir, just go onto it, and you can get someone who'll come to your room, and it's very male oriented, and he'll cheer you up in your lounge. So just do it. So I got the call from the lady who runs these comedy nights here. She phoned me up, and she booked me in. She said, "Can you do a gig in Taunton on a Saturday night?" I said, "It's a bit short notice, but can you do it?" I said, "Yes, I can." We'd never met before. She said, "The thing is, Dimitri, are you any good?" I said, "Am I any good? Am I any good?" Do you think any comedian who's free at short notice to do a gig in Taunton on a Saturday night is any good? She said, "Don't worry, it's not Taunton, it's Bishop's Lyddard." Is that the right pronunciation? I don't know. Do you live around here? Do you hate it? And it's not pronounced Bishop's Lyddard, it's pronounced Las Vegas or something like that. Some kind of weird pronunciation. So, if you want to move your seat to face me, you can do. Or is it every now and again you think, do you know what? Every now and again, I fancy a joke, you just turn around, look at me, I've then got to do a personal show for you, I'll fire the gags at you, bang, 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 and then I'll turn around and just discuss the rest. You've turned around a little bit, you're just like, well, I want a little bit of an anecdote, something light-hearted, maybe a bit witty. That's it, he's turned around, what's it? Now they're cheering you as if you dropped a glass. Like, look at that. If you knocked your whole table of pint glasses over, they would have carried you out of the room. But now I feel as if I've got to sort of do a personal show for you, but everyone's going to get a bit. You guys will get. Oh my God, there's even people behind me. It's like I've got to do a show for you and then ignore these guys. But don't worry, you'll all get a bit. You'll all get a bit of Dimitri. So don't worry, we're all going to get to know each other. Thank you as well. So yeah, thank you very much. As you know, you come down here. I've been excited about this gig. I said I had a bath. It's a long drive from my hometown. I drove all the way from my hometown of Athens. So I'm just being silly. You won't have heard of where I'm from. No one's heard of my hometown. I'm from Cheltenham. Give me a cheer if you live from Cheltenham. No one. So that's where you spent your honeymoon, wasn't it? I just realised. Hey, do you remember the man who cleaned the hot tub? He's on our comedy night. Let's go see him. Let's go see if he's still got my pubic hair in his fingernails. I don't know. You laugh and groan at the same time. It's like my sex life. Now, thank you very much. Where did you go anyway? Where did you go? You might be mine. Where did you go? Do you remember? You must remember. Ellenborough House, the 5-star hotel. Look at that! Whoa, that's not. And it was good. Was it good? It is good. Brilliant. That's super. And I don't want to know what's happened in the last 12 months here. That everyone's getting married. Do you know something that we don't? That everyone's got married, and then 6 weeks later they're going to a brewery for a night out. Just kidding. It says a lot. But so I was basically today, long drive. I've come from Cheltenham. It took a while. So I relax. When I've got a long drive, I relax in the bath. And it was quite difficult today because we had the builders in. They're fixing the toilet. So there's a builder installing a toilet right next to me, and I'm trying to relax in the bath. I don't know if anyone here has ever had a building project on the go. Are there any builders actually in here? Yeah. Just to let you know, what happens on any building project, day 1, they turn up at 8 o'clock. Day 2, 20 to 9. Day 3, they send an email saying they'll be in at midday next month. So today they came in in today, a Saturday as well, a bank holiday Saturday. They came in, they're doing all their stuff. I'm trying to relax in the bath. Then the doorbell goes. I get excited. You always get excited. The doorbell goes. You never know who it might be. So I put my towel around me. I go downstairs, and it's the delivery man. And I was like, well, the thing is, I hadn't ordered anything, so it was even more exciting. Now, it turns out, it wasn't for me, it was my next door neighbour. Single bloke, lives on his own, and I've suddenly got to look after whatever package he's ordered. This is what you do, you suddenly become part of the Amazon delivery team. I think, well, I'll say no. The thing is, he'd ordered an internet bride. Invited her in, took the bubble wrap off. I don't know, I took off my towel, showed him a willy. She showed me hers. We're just messing around. So I'm driving down here. I've got a little red Nissan Micra, and it's got eyelashes on the headlights. It's the business. Nail extensions on the hubcaps. The steering wheels had a boob job. It's brilliant. Driving down. And all the way, caravans. They freak me out, caravans. This is a style of holiday that people go in. They go, oh, darling, we're going to go on holiday. Oh, what style? Gypsy. So I get here, and it's lovely. This is fantastic. This is great. You're my kind of audience. A mix of men and women. And I like that because I'm jealous of women. I tell you why, because you protect each other. You've got each other's backs. Us blokes, we don't do that, do we? We stitch each other up. We give each other nicknames. We play practical jokes on one another. You go into a pub, you'll see a group of lads together. Go, hey, look, it's Big Phil, Big Dave, Big Bob. Girls don't do that. Then I go meet my friend, Fat Jackie. Jolly Julie. I am Fat Jackie. Give us a Pringle. Hands caught in the tube. You see. I promised you I'll do you a private joke, and there it is. But us blokes, we don't do that. When I used to live in a shared house, 4 guys living together, one of the lads, he used Viagra. Now, at the same time, Tic Tacs brought out a brand new flavour of Tic Tac, bright blue, slightly bigger, and we thought they looked very similar. So we thought it'd be funny if we intercepted his internet order of the Viagra, replaced him with the Tic Tacs. It would be hilarious, and it was. It's the funniest thing you could do. He would go out on a date with his girlfriend, come back into the house with his brazen, cocky look on his face. He would go upstairs to what he thought was his secret stash of Viagra. He thought in about 15 minutes' time he was going to end up with a penis with the rigidity of a handle on a frying pan. John Lewis. And we were downstairs sniggering away because we knew in about 15 minutes' time he may as well be trying to play snooker with a length of rope. It's the funniest thing you could do. And then we thought about that and we thought, actually, what would be even better? You see, we had another housemate who liked Tic Tacs. He had an erection for 18 months. He couldn't get rid of it. He was walking around, knocking things over, upsetting the guy who couldn't get one for love or money. This thing, it ruined his life. He lost his job as a lifeguard. And imagine having something like this. You'd think every girl would want to date him. You'd think they would be interested in him. He couldn't get a date. He couldn't get a girlfriend. His breath stunk. He thought he was taking the Tic Tacs. But that's it. But I'll be honest, I've in the last few months, tell you a bit about myself, in the last few months I've become very good friends with my wife. So, and I saw the van outside the dog. I'm in the doghouse at the moment. I'm in the doghouse at the moment because I shrunk her favourite top. Yeah, not one. You see, I thought I'd do a good deed and do the washing, okay? Do the washing machine duty. I'm inexperienced at this thing, I don't know, and I put it in. Now the thing is, I know now that on the back of all these clothes, you know the label you've got at the back, there's instructions on there. whether you can or can't put it in the wash. It's like Nazi Germany, whether you can or can't put it in the wash. There's instructions, you have to follow them. I didn't, I just put it in, and there's the dial, and I think, well, what shall I choose? Well, I'm going maximum. I'm going to clean this bad boy. I put it on 90. Whack on. And there's the time, 4 days. Go on, let's make sure this thing's... Why would you bother with anything else? I just want to take the dust off. So I whacked it up. I took it out. This thing had shrunk. It was tiny. I thought, is she going to notice? Now, she did. It's about a month. This is the other day. A month later, she tries it on. She's like, my top seems a bit tight. I've got to be honest with you. I think you're putting on weight. But they will call you Jolly Julie. Now, anyway, she found out she's not stupid. She realised we're in the doghouse. But the thing is, now there's a lot of people just getting married. We've been married now for I think 2 years, month. I can't remember. I'm not very good with numbers. But we're in a situation now where we want to have children. We want to try and have children. Who else is trying to have children here? Who's trying to have children? Has anyone done that? Put your hand up if you've ever had sex. Go on, let's have a look. Come on. Put your hand right up. Come on, let's see. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Go nowhere. It doesn't matter. But now we're trying to... Now the thing is very difficult. I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you a little bit myself. Very unlikely that we're going to have children because my wife is frigid, and I'm joking. There's an age issue because I'm 40, and with her being 80, being silly, she's 17. So anyway, so what happens if you try and you don't succeed? You go to the doctors. The doctor sits you down, asks you some questions. The first question that he asks you: how often do you two have sex? Straight away, I said 3 times a week. She said once every other month. Anyway, we agreed in the middle, and then he starts to tell us the best things to do to have a baby. Now you're thinking, well, surely you know, surely it's obvious. Well, you kind of know. You do have an idea, but you go. I didn't know the specifics. I didn't know if I was a bloke. You think you know everything. I didn't realise that there was such a specific time within a month. Just this 12-hour window that the woman starts to oscillate. And you don't know when this 12-hour period will be. You don't know. This happened to a friend of mine. Okay, what happens? You get technology involved. You can wee on the stick, you plug it into the laptop, Bluetooth, everything. My wife's fallopian tubes have their own Twitter account. Now, this happened to a friend of mine. His wife, he said Twitter account. Very good, very good. Later tonight I'm going to sit on your Facebook. Now, this happened to a friend of mine. She realised that it was in the time limit, they were trying to have children. So this was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She found him at work, she drove down, she said, we're going to have sex right now. She knew his boss, wasn't it? She said, we're going to have sex right now. He was shocked. To be fair, the passengers on the bus were stunned. Didn't know where to look, didn't know where to look. So no, we have to do tests. She had to do tests, they check under the bonnet, make sure there's no paper jam or anything. And I have to go to the hospital a week later, and he gives me this little tub, a little jar, and he says, you go to the hospital, you check in, I'll book you in, Dimitri, you take this jar with you, and you need to give a semen sample, and then you hand that in, and we'll give you the results a few days later, a week later. So he gave me this jar, with a little instruction manual on there. I go down to the hospital, I sit there in the waiting room, then the nurse calls me in. She goes in, she takes me into this little cubicle room, and I sit down on the plastic chair, this sweaty plastic chair. I shut the door. I can hear people walking past. There's just a basin next to me and this huge mirror. As if that is what I want to look at to get me going myself, and some kind of narcissist. Anyway, so you've then got to prepare yourself. At what point? I don't know how much time they've given me. I don't know when the next bloke will be sort of knocking on the door. Come on, mate, how long are you going to be? There's a queue out here. I didn't know how long it would be. I take my pants and trousers down. I wait a little bit more, and I think I've got to get going. Now that morning, I'd watched Good Morning Britain. It'd been Susanna Reid. I thought I was in love. things are going, and it takes longer than you need when the pressure is on. And I get to the point, the 10-second point of no return. 10 seconds on a countdown here. I then get to 3 seconds, and then I suddenly realised I hadn't taken the lid off the jar. I had to thumb it open with one hand. One hand, I know. And I then realised there was a gravitational issue. Everything's pointing up. There's no sign, a laminated sign on the wall saying hang yourself up or knock yourself back on the chair, hold the cup in your mouth or anything like that. It was like stuffing a sausage. Now, I get things in, I get it in. I've then got to walk out. They don't give you like a jiffy bag or anything like that. I've got to walk out as if I'm presenting Simba to the world. I hold it under my armpit, keeping it warm like they said. I take it to the counter. The doctor behind the counter, the glass counter, he says, is this it? I said, no, the rest of it is in a carrier bag. I get the call a week later. He says, come and get your results, come and get your results. I sit down with my doctor, he sits down, he gives me the results. I'm delighted, happy, there's no problem, that's fantastic. He says, one thing I want to do though, Dimitri, I want to do a full male medical check with you. It's important. I said, okay. He said, go behind the curtain, strip from the waist down. I do that. And I suddenly realised this was the first time in my life that I'd be naked in front of another man. And in that situation, you get nervous and things get smaller when you're nervous. I don't know if any man in here has ever tried to pull it bigger. There's a man over there who's looked down at Spaghetti Willy and thought, yeah, this has happened. You can get it down to your knee, but I'll tell you what, you know, you can give it loads of windmill. Anyway, so this wasn't working, okay? So anyway, so he came round and he started to check. He started to feel. He started to do what he needs to do. Now, in that situation, where do you look? Do I look him in the eye? Do I look out the window? Do I look at his desk where I had a picture of his wife? Now, he'd been my doctor all of my life. He was down there. Time seems to stand still. Your body does strange things when things like this are happening. And he was starting to check, he was starting to feel. And he looked up at me and he said, don't worry, Dimitri, it is perfectly normal to get an erection during this procedure. And I looked down and I said, but I haven't got an erection. He said, no, but I have. No, obviously we didn't. We both did. He said, do you know what you need to do? Do you know what you need to do? Just have more sex. That's what he said. I said, what a fantastic prescription. Can you write it down? That's worth £7.20. He said, look, because he was a down-to-earth doctor. He said, look, have fun with it. Have fun. Don't stress. Just have fun. I thought, yeah, well, you know, he even said role play. I said, yeah, fine. She can dress up as a nurse. I'll dress up as Yoda, you know, whatever. So I thought, all right, well, I'll go home and I'll say, look, he said to do every position, you know, forget just missionary position, maybe doggy fashion. The wheelbarrow, the butterfly, the cowgirl, the reverse cowgirl, the unicorn 360, the Pegasus 2000, the three-man ranger. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Those were just caravans. I've had fun with you guys. You're a lovely group. You're a lovely group of people. I've enjoyed chatting to you. I think they say humour. The best gift you can give is the gift of laughter. And hopefully, I've given everyone that gift. My friend who came to his honeymoon in Cheltenham, if I managed to give the gift of laughter to you, I hope I have. Because if I haven't, then I can give you the gift of a tic tac. Thank you very much. My name is Demitris Deech. Thank you very much.